Greetings, greetings, brothers and sisters. The state of the world, the state of the world, meaning the condition. I'm just going to fix my camera right up here because I have a nice little stand that it just slides into. I love it. I love it. And it just, there it goes, clicks right in. Got it. Peace and blessings. I know many people may not be out right now, may not be in, may be doing other things. That's good. I'm taking one of those long drives again and decided to do a live stream. We do these live streams. They go anywhere, you know that. They go anywhere, any place. But shout out. We had a good service today. We're still not open for COVID, due to COVID. But we're looking to open up in the next week or two, fully. Come on back. And as I was taking this long drive, I'm going into another county, Palm Beach County, West Palm Beach, Florida. Still a part of South Florida, but it's a different county. South Florida is composed of 3 counties, but those are the main cities in those counties. So I decided to go live, and I'm looking, driving. Traffic is back thick again. People are back out again. People are driving, traveling, all that good stuff. And so I thought I'd do a video titled The State of the World, the Condition of the World, the State. Usually you have a president who would do the State of the Union. Some politicians would do the state of the city. And they talk about the good things that have transpired over time. Should have got in that fast lane over there. So they talk about that. They talk about what's going on. They talk about the things that are happening and what have you. And there's a lot of good things that are happening. But I want to just talk about the overall condition of the world without it, just trying to pick out only the good stuff. And I want to talk about everything as a whole. The hearts of many are wax cold. That's pretty much across every country. I still think that America is probably the best place to be in. I really do. And when I say that, everything isn't perfect in America. We know that. Racism is at an all-type level. We know that. We understand that. We can tell what's happening, but there are probably other nice places to live. But I don't know if I could adapt and what have you. I would like to get to Africa. I really would like to see Africa, visit Africa, and spend some time in Africa. Not for any religious purposes, not for any scriptorial purposes, just because. I got a phone call, and several phone calls. And I was told that I was asked had I talked to Brother Ron Dalton, which I haven't in several months. And I was told that he was moving to Africa. So I'm gonna call up Brother Dalton and just say, hey, I didn't know you were moving to Africa. What's your plans? What have you? And stuff like that. And I'm just curious. I know by profession, he's also in the medical field. And I don't know if that's why he's moving to Africa or if it's for some other purpose. But I'm going to find out and inquire, because he's a good guy that I've come to have met from the videos and coming to South Florida and coming to show his film, which I enjoyed. He's got another one that's out. So yeah, and to see why he's moving to Africa. But I still would say the state of the world, when I look at what's going on globally, it's nothing good anywhere. I mean, there's a lot of things that there's just no perfection anywhere at all. And this is why when the kingdom of Christ comes, it's going to be a perfect kingdom, brothers and sisters. A perfect kingdom. A perfect union. And because as he's reigning, as I was sharing with the congregation, my goal is to be a part of the reigning government of Christ. But I want to talk about the state of the world for a second. I mean, when you look at what's going on, I know people that left America and said, I'm going to live in Israel. State Israel. They went there. And with the bombing going on, what had transpired, I know it had to have been a frightening experience to go through that. I know it had to be a frightening experience to just go through some of that nature. In Africa, you notice things have kind of died down when they talk about 1619, 2019, come home, we're going to give you land. Well, that really turned out very well because nobody was given land. It was stated that, yeah, we got land, but you got to show that you're going to develop on the land, and you got to have money to develop on the land. And so I don't know what's going on with that. You know, those things have sort of kind of died down. They become fads. And people jump on the bandwagon. And then it goes away. This is why the scripture says, the flower fadeth, the grass withereth, but the word of God stands forever. The word of God is still telling us the same thing. I mean, we can read it in the prophecy. Certain things are taking place according to the prophecy. The scriptures is on schedule. It's on par. Nothing has changed in the scriptures. Everything is still on play. And it kind of reminds me of the book of Zechariah. And when the angels of the Lord had gone to and fro, and they said, everything is in order. Everything is in place. You can read that in Zechariah chapter 2. Everything's in place. Everything is supposed to, everything is on schedule. And brothers and sisters, we're on schedule. When you read the scriptures, we are on schedule. I can tell you right now, we are on schedule. And when I look to see what's happening out there and what's going on, we are on schedule. Technology will change. Technology will change. Technology will evolve. Commerce will evolve. Globalization will evolve. But everything is still on schedule. Everything is still on schedule. When you read the scriptures, there's only 4 beasts of the earth that would ever come out. We're living among the last beasts of the earth. Everything is on schedule. And when you look at what's going to change and what's happening and what will change, not very much. You may have a different iPhone, different tablet. They continue to grow in technology, but the course of the scriptures is still on par. It's still right there doing its thing. And so that's what's important to understand, is that nothing super is happening. And it's amazing that when things don't go and when people don't know the things that they make up that's going to take place, it continues to be amazing. So what is the state of the world? Right now, the state of the world is just like he said in Matthew the 24th chapter. You're still going to have pestilence and these diseases. You're still going to have kingdoms coming up against kingdoms. You're still going to have earthquakes in diverse places and other atrocities, world events in diverse places. It's going to happen. Nothing has changed. It's still on course. What we're looking for, and everybody's not looking for it, but those of us that are trying to get in the first resurrection, what we're looking for is when the abomination of the desolation stands in the holy place, operating as if they are God. That's what we're waiting to happen. We're waiting for that third temple to be built, because we know when that happens, we're going to be entering or not far from the 3.5-year tribulation. So those are the things that we can tell you is what's happening. So the state of the world is Zechariah chapters 1 and 2. Everything is still on course. The world is at ease, and everything is still in place. And what we're doing, brothers and sisters, is getting the gospel out, hopefully trying to teach and get others to see what's happening, to wake people up. That's what it is. It's just really trying to wake people up and to get them to the knowledge and the word of this truth. Other than that, the state of the world is that we're in a world that is wicked. We're in a world that is mainly unrighteous. We're in a world that has a lot going on. That's the state of the world right now. And all of that is according to the scriptures. There's nothing new. You don't have to be a prophet to say that the Lord showed me and the Lord showed me. And no, brothers and sisters, all you got to do is read. It's right there in the book. Everything that we see, everything that we experience, everything we're going through, it's all in the book. Everything is right there. So it's unfolding before our eyes, because the prophecies tells you what would happen and what would be the sign of his coming. You haven't seen the sign of his coming. You've seen Bible being fulfilled, but we haven't seen the abomination of the desolation stand in the holy place, spoken by Daniel the prophet. Why? Because the third temple has not been built. How come the third temple has not been built? Because Israel, the Israelites or Israelis, let me just say this, the Israelis, the Gentile Israelis, do not have control of Palestine or Jerusalem that's in Palestine. So until that happens, third temple's not going to be built. So when I watch the news, I'm just looking at the Middle East. I'm just looking at information and news on the European Union. We knew that those 10 toes are of the mother church. We knew that. But we also know that Britain was a part of the European Union. It's a big country. Something don't match. Something don't match. Because Britain is not a part of the mother church. It is a Protestant country. Protestant. Not Catholic. It's a Protestant. So when information started coming out that Britain was going to exit the European Union, and they called it Brexit, Brexit, and that stood for Britain exits the European Union. And so they voted on Brexit, and the majority of Britain voted to leave the European Union. They didn't want any parts with it. And the reason is because the European Union is what controls countries through the treaties of Rome. And there were certain rules and regulations when it came to trading, when it came to currency, when it came to immigration, a lot of different laws that are of importance that people really look at. It impacted Britain. It really impacted Britain. A lot of people liked the European Union because when it came to trade, when you look at Europe, it's almost like, look at the United States. You got a bunch of states within the continent of America. And you can freely drive from one state to another state. You can drive from here all the way up to New York and just drive on a highway that would take you everywhere. And although there are different laws that are in each state, when I pass through those states, there are some common understanding laws. And you can live in one state and work in another state. You can transfer in America. You can work for a company that may have a base in one state, but if they expand to another state, you just simply leave that state, move, and go to that state at your new location, and you still are an American citizen. The plates on your car may change, but you're still in the USA. So they called it the United States. Well, in Europe, the union says, hey, let's come together as a union. Let's come together as a people. Let's come together, although Germany is Germany, and this place is that place, and that place is that place. Let free trade, let's operate as a union. So if you can grow apples in Italy and freely trade those apples to a restaurant to buy those apples from Italy to a place in Germany. You just transport them. That's what the European Union did. That's what the European Union does right now today. You can grow apples and oranges in Florida, and you can transport those oranges to Georgia. And Georgia can grow peaches and transport those peaches to Florida. And that's the way the European Union is. Although they are different countries, that is a part of the European Union agreement that they call the Treaties of Rome. Britain left out mainly because, although they may not know that's why they left because it don't fit the biblical scripture. It don't fit. They can't be a part of the EU because they're not a part of the mother church. So when they had the Brexit, oh, okay, that's Bible just being fulfilled. Britain can't be a part of it. We knew that, but maybe they didn't know it. So they can't be a part of the European Union. They can't because, okay, so to a lot of people, they were surprised. Why would Britain do that? Why would Britain not take advantage of trade and free trade among the members of the European Union? Why would they do that? Well, Britain didn't like it anyway. Britain didn't like the immigration issues because on the immigration issues, if you were part of the European Union, people could work in one country and live in another country. And because you were a member of the European Union, you can't just tell people they can't come in your country and live. You can't tell somebody, well, you can't come here because you're not a citizen. They may not be a citizen of the country, but they were a citizen of the European Union. Their home country is a member of the European Union. So therefore, they could work in your country and then go back home on the weekends to their country. Britain didn't like that. There was no homeland security. They didn't like it. So they depended on the Union to make sure that whenever somebody came from one part to the next part, they were okay. The United States does the same thing, brothers and sisters. It's no different than living in the United States. You living in the United States, if you live in Florida, you can't do a crime in Florida and think that you're just going to get in your car and move to Georgia. And when you get to Georgia, nobody's going to know that you did a crime in Florida. Don't work that way. Somebody's going to look on the computer. Somebody's going to determine that, no, this person may be wanted for some illegal activity in the state of Florida. And you could be arrested based upon that. And that's how the Union works, the European Union. It works the same way, the exact same way. So just because you are a citizen of another group or another country that is a member of the European Union, there was ways that you could not just do anything you wanted to at all. How you doing, Sister Claytor? You couldn't just do anything you wanted to. And so, but Britain didn't like it because Britain did not want everybody freely, because they were a member of the European Union, to be able to come and just live anywhere in Britain. Because Britain's immigration issues. And that was the one main thing that really caused people to want to do what they call the Brexit. Britain exits. That's what they wanted. Now again, it don't matter to me what the reason is, but so the scriptures can be fulfilled. Britain could not be a part of the European Union, being a Protestant-run country, because only members of the European Union who are of Catholicism is a part of that union. So that's something that you can to look at and understand as to what is when we talk about the state of the world. State of the world. Need for a coming Christ. Because the state of the union or the state of the world is terrible right now. Technology allows other nations to see the atrocities of another nation. Technology allows residents of one nation to see the injustices that occurs to residents in another country. That's what globalization does. That's what social media does. That's the some people look and say that's the benefits of social media, because people post everything that's going on. George Floyd, that video went viral. Worldwide it went viral. And people reacted. In every country there was a reaction. Because people said, what in the world is going on? What is going on in America in 2020? Excuse me. What is happening in America? The country with the largest army, the country with that's supposed to be the police of the world. What's happening in America? When that George Floyd thing happened, it woke up the world to let them feel and know what other activists have been trying to get them to see for a long time. That is, racism is at its highest level in America in 2021. Hasn't changed, just got older. Hasn't changed, it just got better. It hasn't changed, it just got more sophisticated. It hasn't changed, things haven't changed. They became more intelligent. So now you got intelligent racism. Yeah, intelligent racism. Somebody might say, how do you have intelligent racism? You have intelligent racism because it can intelligently disguise itself. Algorithms are built in computers, and they're no different from the algorithm, the mental algorithm of its creator of the software. It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So things haven't gotten better, brothers and sisters. It's just gotten more sophisticated, more intelligent. That's all. It just became more intelligent. So, the computer, they want to say that the computers are not. There's no racism in computers, but the designers have used the computer. The computer may not ask you what is your race. The computer's not going to ask you what is your gender. The computer is not going to ask you certain things about who you are personally, but the way you search things, right? The places that you frequent, the computer knows who you are. It knows your race. It knows your gender. Just strictly based upon the way you move and bake and shake through the computer, it knows who you are, brothers and sisters. It does. It knows everything that there is to know about you. It really does. That's it. I mean, it really does. It knows everything about you. And you're not going to be able to get away from it because it knows you. It knows you very well. It knows who you are. Knows what you're doing. Knows what you're thinking. It knows everything about you. Just based upon the way you search things, it knows you. Isn't that amazing? It's just amazing. It can tell your gender just strictly based upon the way you are conducting yourself. The search engines. This person is a male. This person is a female. They know. This is why when you go do certain things, it'll start to send you, the computer starts to send you stuff, it really does. It starts to send you things and you're like, how did the computer know that? And it's listening to you. Your phone is a smart device. That's what it is. It's an intelligent device. And it was strange. The battery on my key fob was going low. It was. The battery was going low. And so I must have been talking around my Alexa or something. And I said, I'm going to go to CVS. CVS is like a drug store here, like a prescription store. And I said, well, I'm going to go. So I said, I'm going to go to CVS. I'm looking for the batteries for my key fob. Well, when I walked inside of CVS, on my phone came up the battery, and it was offering me a coupon for the battery that I was looking for. A coupon right there. Battery coupon. And I said, well, this is strange. Why is this thing, how does it know I'm looking for a battery? How does it know this? How does it know that? And it even told me what aisle it was on. I just thought it was, I said, man, this is something. And that's what it did. That's what it did. Are they inside there? Dr. Peart, where are they at? Just 1 second. Where are they holding the service at?
The service? Oh, yeah. Just put it right here. It's going to give you a ticket.
Okay.
When you come through, you know what? Yeah, it's going to give you a ticket, but for the rest of the night, the service is in here, yeah.
Okay.
The rest of the night, you can get, I guess, a $5
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Okay.
But you have to speak to Sister Jane.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
No problem. It's gonna be upstairs, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I decided to take an invite to a conference that's going on in West Palm Beach, Florida. And so I just came up. And I'm going to lose y'all in this parking garage. But I just wanted to drop that. Just wanted to drop that to you. The state of the world. A shout out to all of y'all being in here. Juanita, Zadiq, Carlisle, Daniel, how you doing? My sister Sheila Edgeston is in the house. Peace and blessings to all of you all. And we'll talk soon. If I have battery, I think I may borrow your ears when I'm driving back home, because I think this event is almost over. So peace and blessings. We'll talk soon.